Hey there, my awesome peeps! Today I wanted to take a moment and show you guys how to make a gun game using the direct event binding and the new upgraded devices. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so this is a gun game mechanic that I actually kind of put together a long time ago when I made Manor Gun Game. And now that Deb's coming out, and I never actually did a tutorial on that mechanic, and we have Deb has come out, not is coming out. Oh boy, Deb is out, V2 devices are out. I figured I'll make a tutorial for you guys. So let's just right into it. Class designer here. We're gonna put this right over here, and we're actually going to go ahead and rename this. Renaming your devices is really good, so that way when you're connecting all your devices, you don't have such a struggle to finding it. In the actual settings of this device, we're going to make sure the class identifier is on 1. In my island settings, my default class is 1. Grant items from respawning leave on no. And everything else here you can just leave alone because you're going to change all your settings in the My Island settings according to how you want your game to run. Then we're going to go and we're actually going to drop our first weapon in that item granter. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to grab this, drop that right in there. Alright, first gun already pretty much ready to go. Then we're going to take our tracker. I'm actually going to copy this one. We're going to need a second one in a second here. So for this tracker, I'm going to rename it track gun 1, or yeah, gun 1. For this particular tracker, we're going to make sure that it has eliminations 1, signs on game start, sign joining progress if that's something you have on your map, and everything else you can leave alone until you get right here to the tracker title. This is what I like to do with the tracker, so that way we don't have a whole bunch of stuff on the HUD. We do guns, remaining, 5 out of 5. I'm just going to do 5 guns for this tutorial so it's quick and easy. And then we're going to do next weapon, and for this one we'll put in the legendary thunder shotgun. Progress is going to be put on off, and everything else we're going to just leave alone for right now. You can put the quest icon on there if you'd like. For example, with a gun game, I'd probably put all of them to have gun on it. And for the sake of me being me, we're gonna make it blue. Again, you don't have to do all this. Up to you with that, of course. Anyway, then we're going to go, and now that is all of our starting stuff. So we start the game, my test on me, Rebel Demon here, and I will have that gun and that tracker. Now we're going to take our item granter. We're going to put it down here. We're going to rename this IG gun. We're going to make sure that it's actually, because of the upgraded items, we're going to make sure this right here is on yes. Triggering player, clear the inventory, and I believe everything else here should be good to go, because you're going to have infinite ammo on. Again, we'll change the actual connections in a second here. We're going to copy this 4 times, or 3 times, sorry, I can't do math. Enough space apart that I can put something in it without it hopefully grabbing onto the other one. And I'm actually, for the sake of my sanity here, I'm going to quickly rename these. Sorry about that, that's just me. You don't have to rename it like that, you can do it whatever way you want. You can name it item granter thunder shotgun, but I like to leave it gun 2, 3, 4, 5, so that way, 1, when there's a bug, I know what gun it was on. 2, if I want to come in the future and change out weapons, it's going to be really easy. I just thought of this because I don't want that gun to go into you by accident. We're going to review. Okay. Anyway, now we're going to grab this tracker. I'm going to put it over top of this gun. We're going to rename this one. We're going to have it on eliminations 1. This is going to be on no, off I mean, and off. Make sure these two are off. And then we're going to go and we're going to put guns remaining. Just leave it like that for right now. Next weapon. Leave it like that for right now. Have that progress turned off. And everything else we're just going to leave alone. Of course, like I said, you can do this if you like. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to do it for just the heck of it. So you can see what it looks like. Now we're just going to copy this. Like so. Where are we at? Right here. Okay. What did I just do? Hey you. Get back. And I'm just gonna change that number on the end real quick. Sorry, this is just, again, you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I like to do it. So hold on 1 second here. Okay, so now we have gun 1, gun 2, 2, 3, 3, and so forth. Okay, so now is the time we get to choose what weapons we want to put in the item granters. I already stated I was going to put the thunder shotgun in here, so let me just quickly go in here and grab some weapons. We're going to start with, we're going to get this one. Let's just grab these guys here real quick. And again, gun games is all up to you guys, however you want to do it. You can start with legendary weapons going down to gray, you can start with gray going up to legendary. It's, you know, up to you guys. You don't have to follow what I'm doing. Alright, let's drop the thunder in here. Let's drop twin mag in here. Drop the red eye. And drop Excalibur. So now we have that set up. Let's go ahead and finish putting in our text for the trackers. So again, what I like to do, now we're on 4 out of 5. Next weapon. Twin mag SMG. If you want, you can put on here like I did over there. I think I did that over there. Legendary. Okay. And let me just go ahead and rename all these real quick. Now, on this last one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 out of 5, but we're going to take next weapon out, and we're just going to let the player know, whatever way you guys want to, last weapon, or final weapon, or it's the final weapon, hurry, get the last kill, or something, whatever you guys want to do. Okay, there. Okay guys, so now that you have all your weapons in, do you know that you can have as many weapons as you want, and you've got all this stuff in here. You can go all the way up to like 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 weapons if you want. Whatever you want to do. Once you have that done, we're ready to do connections. But I was checking over the settings and I remembered you need to have equipped granted item on yes on this, so that way when they get their new gun, it's automatically going to be equipped for them. They don't have to switch from their pickaxe. So just make sure that's on. Anyway, so now that we have each of the trackers with what they are going to be next, and when that's all done, we've got all our weapons in here, all that's done, we're going to go ahead and set up the events. So let's go to our first gun here, and the reason why I really do recommend naming your stuff something easy and simple is for this exact reason right here. I can just hit the number 2, item granted gun, grant item, hit the number 2. I do have some other devices on this island that are just have been here forever, so that's why you see other devices in here. But anyway, assign. So you're assigning the following, the one right next to it, the next gun, you're going to grant, and the next tracker, you're going to assign. So when I'm done with my first weapon, it's going to come over here, grant me this gun, grant me this. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to add event. And because I named it the way I named it, all I do is hit number 3. That. Grants. Hit number 3. Boom. Boom. And you're just going to do that for all of them. So let me go hurry up and do that real quick. Alright, so I've got all of this. You do not do that to your last tracker. You do it to all the trackers but the very last one. The last one, all it needs to have in any event is the sign. And same thing with this, it's, as you can see, because I put it in the last one, it's already over here. So no need to go in any of the item granters after you do this. You're just doing everything through the trackers. So now we have all that set up. We have the, let me just do a quick rundown. So for this, the only thing we're changing is class identifier. And for this, we're going to change the target value to 1. We're going to make our text the way we want and show progress off. And it is going to, when complete, go to our next item granter's gun and our next tracker's gun. For the item granters, we just want to make sure that they are grant on cycle. Well, that's all default, but you want to make sure equipped random is set yes. And go in there, if you're on the updated items, and make sure it's enabled in game start, yes. Okay? Because on default, it's on no. So make sure it's on yes. And equipped random granted item, yes. Everything else should be the way it is, triggering players, clear inventory, all that good stuff. And do that for all of them. Alright, let's test it. Alright, as you can see in the top left, it says guns remaining 5 out of 5. Next weapon, legendary thunder shotgun. So we're going to go ahead and get Rebel Demon here to do the first elimination so you can see it working from that perspective. Well, you know what I mean. As you see, got the thunder shotgun right there. And I come back and I have my pistol. And now I have the thunder shotgun. And my tracker has updated. Guns remaining 4 out of 5. Next weapon, legendary twin mag. So, hello Rebel Demon. Let's go ahead and test the next one. There's my twin mag. And the next weapon is legendary red eye assault rifle. I spelled assault right. Please don't, or wrong I mean. Don't judge me. I spelled assault wrong. Anyway, so I got the red eye. Our next weapon, legendary Excalibur rifle. Hello, Rebel Demon. Thank you for volunteering today. There we go. And now I have the Excalibur. And now it says last weapon. So the game should end after I have eliminated Rebel Demon. Boom. And there's the victory. You win. Of course, you can make that say whatever you like. Now, to get the island settings to work correctly, guys, so that you have that end game, is that you have everything working the way it needs. Let's go ahead and look at the My Island settings. For the game, the only thing I changed here, of course, is going to be however many players you have, but it do have it on free-for-all. And for matchmaking, dynamic flexible teams. Make sure your class identifier is on class 1. Rounds can be whatever you want, but what's important here is you want the game win condition to be on most round wins if you do rounds. And you want the score to end to be however many guns you have. So for this one we had 5, so because I have score to end 5, it ended the game, and I'll explain that in a second here how that worked. But if you have like 10 guns, put it on 10. If you have 40, put it on 40. If you have 60, put it on 60. All of this is going to be up to you guys how you set all of this up here, but what's important is elimination score should be set to 1. That's how it ends. So every elimination is 1. That's why your score to end needs to be however many guns you have. For your settings, all of this is going to be up to you guys throughout here, but I do highly recommend that you have infinite ammo on and that infinite resources to be off. And the pickaxe, where's pickaxe? There it is. That's up to you if you want to have a pickaxe in your gun game or not. A lot of people like to have it to do pickaxes or stuck on a gun. Up to you. But the key thing here is eliminated players' items should be on kept. So, or keep, you know what I meant. So that way when they do get eliminated, they're granted that right back. Everything else here, totally up to you how you want to do it. A spawn immunity was on none. I'm not sure why there was a spawn immunity during that. Anyway, all this again, it's going to be up to you guys. For the UI, HUD info should be on score, so that way you can see who's got what. Max trackers is 1, but if you do want to do like playtime and show that on a tracker, you can, so you change that. And then round condition is going to be score, because like I said, this whole thing based around score. And that's just what I like to do for my scoreboard column: eliminations, eliminated, and assists. Again, it's all up to you what you want to do there. All of this, again, up to you guys. And so that's basically how this works, guys. That's all there is to it. So if this helped you, hopefully I didn't get you lost during this, because I'm not really good at doing tutorials. I like to do the mechanic, but when I go to explain them, sometimes I get lost. So hopefully this helped you guys out. If it did, please go ahead and drop a like. If you're new around here and you haven't done yet, please consider subscribing. And guys, leave me some comments down below what kind of mechanic tutorials you'd like to see me do next. It could be something very simple, or it could be just like teleporting completely randomly in an infinite box fight map. I do have a system for that is kind of interesting, but I like it. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for being awesome.